What's up YouTube? My name is Caden and you're watching Gas It Garage. In today's video, we are going to be discussing my plans for the Yerf Dog go-kart over here. I am basically going to be building independent rear suspension off of this thing. It's going to be a big project. I am excited about it because it's going to be really awesome in the end. My plan is basically to solid mount the Predator 670 sitting right here to the frame. I'm going to build an engine mount coming off of the back, and the engine is going to sit probably like right around in here somewhere, and the air filter will probably stick out right here. And then I'm going to have a 44-inch axle, 1-inch go-kart axle, running the entire width of the rear of the go-kart here. And I'm probably going to use 3 or 4 axle hangers to do that. And what that is going to do is act as the jack shaft and as the pivot point for the trailing arms that I'm going to build. This thing is not going to have traditional independent rear suspension with A-arms and CV axles. Instead, it's going to have chain-driven trailing arms. It's going to provide more travel in the suspension, and it will also provide for a smoother ride, and it's just going to be a little bit easier to build because I won't have to worry about a transfer case or differential or CV axles or any of that, or making my own custom hubs. It's just going to be a whole lot easier to build and really interesting to see how it performs. But to do that, I need metal, right? So instead of spending $500 or $600 on a whole bunch of metal tubing, I got a go-kart frame off of Facebook Marketplace for $100. And basically I'm just gonna cut this thing up and repurpose all of the existing bends in the tubing because I don't have a tubing bender currently. I'm eventually planning on getting one, but I don't have one at the moment. So I'm just going to start by using the roll cage on this thing. Then I'll probably move to cutting apart the cargo basket here in the back. And then if I need more, I will cut apart all of the frame rails. Now, some of you will probably be like, no, you're cutting up a good go-kart, but this one's kind of junky anyway, and I need metal. So I did mention this in the last video, but I'm just going into more detail on it this time. I'm going to be repurposing the front suspension and probably the rear suspension along with this golf cart axle and transmission. This thing looks incredibly beefy, and it also has a CVT pulley on it that connects to the forward neutral reverse transmission. And I will be repurposing those for a future project, which I haven't announced yet, but I'm really looking forward to building it. I also have the original axle and the tires. I'm not sure what I'll do with them yet. That'll probably be for some other project. But as for right now, I'm just gonna use this frame and chop it up. And there's also some sheet metal on it that I can use possibly for skid plates or a firewall for the engine or something along those lines. But a cool thing in this deal, I also got a Predator 212 engine. It looks to be in pretty decent shape, and I'm gonna get it running in this video. So basically what I'm gonna do to get this thing running is first I will check and see if there is oil in it, because I just got this engine, I don't know anything about it. And yes, it is full of oil, and it's not disgusting, which is a good thing. It's a little dark, but it's not too bad. I'm going to have to pull off this thing because that looks like it used to be a clutch. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to pull that off. Next thing I check for, it's not stuck and it has compression. Next thing I check for does it have spark? Pull off the little spark plug cap here, stick a screwdriver in it, make sure the kill switch is on. Yes, we have spark. Reconnect that. And then, well, I think this thing does have gasoline in it. And it doesn't stink, so it would be good to try and start this thing. I have carb spray just in case we need it. I'm gonna choke it. Fuel's on. Not sure how old the fuel is in this thing, so you'll notice I have a piece of wood under this so it doesn't destroy the concrete, and so the concrete doesn't destroy the bottom of the engine case. This is aluminum and it could crack it. And if you heard that knocking sound, it's just the wood vibrating. The engine is not knocking. So, we have a good running Predator 212. I'm not sure what I'll put it on, or if I'll even keep it, but it's good to have an extra engine. So, that's probably it for this video, because I can't really do anything until the axle that I ordered shows up. Once that thing gets here, then I can start the build process. One of the first things I'll have to do, though, is I'm going to have to relocate the brake master cylinder right there, because it'll be in the way. And I'm also going to have to chop off these old tabs for the swing arm. But once I do that, then I can start building. See you on the next one.